Vasu is asking, why is Apostate Prophet allowing his channel to become a safe haven for Hindu nationalists? What? And other kinds of extremists. His audience is reflecting the very ideas they oppose. It's terribly upsetting, and I didn't see it coming. It's a mix of bag of white I'm not gonna read that. Hindu nationalists and all other kinds of people who share Islamophobia. I don't like Islam, but come on, Neil. Laughing at the Afghanistan situation. Okay, I think I think that at some point that if you have been very clear about what you stand for, then you can't just hold the content creator that much responsible for their audience, right? I don't think that you can completely think like the content creator is not responsible for their audience at all. Like the content creator is responsible for somewhat for their audience, but not after they have been very clear about what they stand for and what they oppose. At some point after that, I don't think it's fair for you to hold them responsible for that. Like I'm pretty sure there's some people watching us right now who are like absolute bigots, right? But we have been very clear about us being against all of that. Like, what else can we do, right? And at some point, maybe you don't also want to scare these people away because maybe you can have an influence on them. Like, for example, Apostate Prophet himself has been very clear how much he has been against a lot of these Hindu nationalists and their views, and some other bad ideas that he's been like. Apostate Prophet has been defending Muslims' rights in China, right? That's pretty clear about, and he's been against, he's been very clear about what he stands for and what he doesn't. So if he is creating an environment where these people are attracted to, I'd rather it be Apostate Prophet rather than, I don't know, like maybe Yasmin Muhammad, who seems to actually be promoting their ideas and making excuses for them, right? So I rather
there's this one ex-Muslim figure that's really bad, but I don't even want to like say who it is because I don't want to give them any more attention. But like way worse than anyone else, like bad.
Right. No, I mean, we don't want, like, when you say a safe haven, like, what do you think? Like, you think these people, what do you mean by a safe haven? Like, you think like if they hadn't had Apostate Prophet's channel, they would just disappear, right? No. So I rather, if they want to find a place, if these people are getting their anti-Islam content, I'd rather them getting it from Apostate Prophet, who's responsible with how he is. Like he's not promoting any form of bigotry or anything like that. So I'd rather it be Apostate Prophet rather than these people finding some other radical crazy person who actually might keep and promoting the destructive ideas that they have, right? In fact, we need somebody like Apostate, because our channel, for example, doesn't attract Hindu nationalists or people like that because we just like crap on them way excessively all the time. So I think like Apostate Prophet's channel is a good intermediary. Like it's a giant channel where these people feel like, I didn't like what Apostate Prophet said there, but I'm gonna stick around because his just anti-Islam content is very juicy, right? So they might, and that's great because they might get some, it's somewhat a poke here and there, about some of their radical beliefs that they have. Like, for example, when Apostate Prophet came and defended us when all these Hindus were attacking us, a lot of these Hindu fans like left. Like, what do you want him? Like, he lost subscribers, he lost patrons over that. What do you want him to do? Like, he's being responsible for his content. What do you like? He doesn't have these views himself. This is a good channel as an alternative to other anti-Islam content creators who are who might be bigoted or promoting some other harmful ideas. I think I don't see a problem here. What do you think?
I agree for the most part. I think you also have to consider that Apostate Prophet is like literally the largest ex-Muslim YouTuber in the world. So he's going to automatically get more of that kind of attention than anyone else. I think he's made.
You got cut for a second for me. Say that again. Automatically.
I was just saying that he's the largest ex-Muslim YouTuber there is. So he's just going to get more of that proportionally.
Right.
he's made his opinion clear like many times. I have been following up with his content recently, so I can't like speak to if there's been like a different bent or like attitude recently. But I've always found him to be like very good at not demonizing like people. Sometimes when he like is typing out things like his little community posts or when he used to be on Twitter before he joined us in Twitter jail. Every now and then, sometimes I feel like he could say things that could be like a bit generalizing.
Yeah.
But I'm just I'm very picky towards that kind of thing. So I have incredibly yeah.
I think no. Well, I mean, I don't think we're being picky. I think our criticism,
I'm
like when he
speaking
makes
for
posts
myself.
of like, no, I think your criteria and my criteria are almost the same, and I think they're completely justified. The difference with Apostle Prophet is like those tweets and those comments that he makes that we criticize and we don't like. The difference is that Apostle Prophet, like when we tell him, he's not like when he gets that criticism, he like considers it. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like sometimes he gets upset, but many times he's like he considers alternative viewpoints. It's not like he's not a bigot. Okay, sometimes
no,
he says some things that is like overgeneralization, and my experience has been like if you tell him that, he could see why something was wrong, and he just thinks about it and maybe he comes up with a different way of saying it. You know what I mean? Like he reflects on his position and he's not afraid of changing it, which is very admirable. Even if I don't agree with a lot of his positions, the fact that he like considers it and changed it. I mean, I don't know if people understand that like a lot of us ex-Muslims, our family is Muslim, right? So, and we love our family. So,
well, you have an awesome relationship
like,
with your family. Not everyone does.
Yeah, but a lot of us, a lot of ex-Muslims do. But no, like what I want to say, like, is that it's kind of hard not to be sympathetic to. I don't want to excuse it, but sometimes you deal with so much crap that you're not careful with how you're saying what you're saying. Okay, and I get that, but I will still be critical of it.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah. But here's Vasu's responses. I think that's fair response. I see some people taking crap about trans people and being racist here as well. Yep. And it makes sense. I'm glad to be part of this community. Yeah, we do. We try to, when we see it, we try to highlight it, and we crush them as soon as we see them, not but just by highlighting them and telling them what they're wrong. And this is why, as our queen mentions, we don't attract anyone, since we attack everyone. This is why we don't grow, guys. As soon as we build a following, we see some problematic views in our following and we start attacking it, and people are like, well, that's not what I signed up for, and they leave, and that's why we never grow. That's why I appreciate the people who are still here, because you guys are the only ones.
No, it's awesome. I mean, it does like help us foster a community of people who are like willing to be criticized and learn and grow. Like we try to make it cool to admit when you're wrong, and I think we've made a lot of progress with that. I mean, I do have to be honest in saying like we don't call it out all the time, because usually it's like a totally off topic thing that's happening on our live chat, and especially when we're doing the news, we have to really stay focused.
Right.
So I can't call it out as much as I would always like, but we're lucky in having a couple of if it's about the news, we'll talk about it. But we have a lot of awesome moderators who are good at talking to people and calling that stuff out.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, what is going on over there?
Oh my god!
Like on any given day, there can be like some people arguing about random like Indian politics in our live chat any day of the week.
Yeah. No, like for example, when we're talking about Afghanistan, there might be some comments there that are like really bad, but not about Afghanistan. But then I see like some guy coming out, like who was that ethno-nationalist
Pashtun ethno-nationalist.
Like there was a passion supremacist in our live chat. Oh, that was about Afghanistan, right? And we were talking about Afghanistan. So then I went after that passion supremacist guy, calling him out because it was relevant to our news.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.